What did they? Where'd they go? They go to...
Of the trash.
You're finished! Swallow blade!
Mega ray!
It's over! Slide!
Got
Take this!
Mega ray!
Slide! Here I come!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
This one's tough! Now you'll learn!
I'm only getting started. Here's a healing art. First aid.
Die!
They really don't give up, do they?
You die!
Mega ray.
It's on! Eat dirt! Die! Slide! Here I come!
First aid.
I'm not done!
Started. Here's a healing art.
Swallow blade! It's over?
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Mega
Not done yet! Swallow blade! Slide!
Here's a healing art. If it's in the sky, it's
Swallow
mine.
blade!
I never miss.
Take this! It's over!
There. How's this?
I'm not done!
Here's a healing art. First aid.
Swallow blade!
Here I go. You're mine.
Take this! Here I come!
Here's a
Swallow
healing art.
blade! Rising wyvern! You're finished!
Take it.
You
You're mine.
escape!
Here I go.
Swallow
I'm only
blade!
getting started. Take it.
Try harder!
I'm only getting started.
It's on! Eat dirt!
You're
I'm not
mine.
done! Slide! Swallow blade!
There. I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
What's this thing?
soldiers stationed at the garrison than usual. They must have gotten deployed to Mosgul.
Doc, Cole. Everyone, please be safe.
Forgive you!
Take this! Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
I'll pick you up!
You're mine!
Let's give it a whirl!
No escape!
Got you! This one's mine! I never miss! Who wants to
I'm
die
not done!
next? First aid!
Swallow blade!
Mega
Here
ray!
I come! You're finished!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Now you'll learn!
Mess with my friends, will you?
You just crossed the wrong line! Take this!
Here,
It's over!
first aid!
I'm not... I won't show you any mercy! Rising
You're
Wyvern!
mine!
Swallow blade!
Here, let me help!
You're mine! And more than I'll burn out!
Mega ray!
You're finished! Damn it, Bennett!
Mega
You're
ray!
finished!
Take
Here I
one
come!
more!
You're finished! There! Here I come! You're finished! Rising Wyvern!
Hey, hang in there.
What?
Hey! Damn it!
Oh, yun dito. Andado kayo. Andado kayo.
Too late.
Stop! Please, don't hurt the children.
What's that? Damn it, I can't reach them in time!
Get back, Cole!
Doc! Cole! Stop! Not if I can help it! You're finished!
One
Go
more!
to hell!
Mega
Take
ray!
this! It's over!
Sighted!
Swallow blade!
You're mine.
Take this! Mirage!
Let the marksman handle this!
Strike!
Here I go! I'm only
Take
getting
this.
started!
Damn it, Bennett!
Here I go!
Try harder! My turn!
Over!
I'm not done! Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Mega Ray!
Take this! It's over!
There!
Take this!
Finish it!
You picked the wrong fight! Are you all right? What about the others? Are those bastards still here?
Iron Mask, take it easy. It's all right now. Most were able to escape, and we've survived. Honestly, we got off lucky. It's often worse when a resistance group pops up.
Lucky? You call people getting slaughtered like this lucky?
This is how things go when you're a Danon slave. You're dead if you stand up to them. Keep your head down and do as you're told. At least then you have a chance to survive. You only have one life. That's why...
I should wait for the right moment?
Yes.
So someone else dies instead while we live another day. Is that what you're saying, Doc? You're willing to risk everything on the chance that things will get better if we wait long enough. But what's the point of waiting if others have to die so that we can live?
What do you think happens when someone tries to resist? It'd be one thing if the rebel died, and that was that. But it never ends with only one death. You've seen it for yourself. Everyone suffers for it. Knowing that, are you really going to tell me our waiting has no meaning?
But that's... I understand not wanting to throw away the same lives we're trying to protect. That would be senseless. But if you wait too long, if you get too used to waiting, then eventually you lose the will to fight. I don't want that to happen to me. I've already met the Crimson Crows. People who risk their lives to fight the Renan's rule. People who know they might not live to see us win, but fight anyway to give those who come after a better chance. If my life is at risk either way, then I'd rather spend it fighting.
So you've decided to take up the sword?
Yes, but not just any sword. It's a sword that only I can wield, but one that's also too powerful to use on my own. I doubt those who fought the Renans in the past ever had something like this on their side. That's why I'm willing to bet everything I have on this sword.
Okay. If that's how you feel, then forget what I said. It's clear your time has come, Iron Mask. Currently, you and that sword are the only things capable of driving the Renans back. It's because of you that we're still alive right now. If there's a way through this for all of us, then I'll put my trust in you to find it.
Doc, thank you.
Now, remember what you said. And don't ever abandon that conviction of yours, all right?
Right. I won't.
You've grown so much since we first met. And you've met some good people, too. Maybe you have a chance after all.
What? What now? Carl, what's up, Carl? What can I wear them? Turn towards them. Okay, without. Okay.
You're back. Hurry on in. We've been waiting for you.
You're not gonna ask what happened?
I can tell enough by the way you look right now.
I see.
with the way I look over my own.
Zephyr, I need to ask you something. Would you have invited me to join you, even if I didn't have the blazing sword?
Of course.
Why, though?
There aren't many folks out there who are crazy enough to resist the Renans like we do. So when I find someone with the knack for it, I make sure to keep them close. Plus, you remind me of another guy we lost. Maybe deep down, trying to help you is a way of making amends for what I couldn't do for him. But if you don't want this, just say the word.
I'm not going anywhere. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't even be here.
If you say so. All right, come on in.
Thanks. Yes.
What? No.
What's wrong? Got it.
We've reached our destination.
I need the forge. Okay, leave you forge then. How do I forge? How do I forge a weapon? Onion. Hello. Hello. Hey.
Hey. Yeah.
I don't know. Hadak. What's ledak? Ayun. Okay. Down. What? Hello. Walang asa.
Thanks. Good, good.
Is this something you're into?
Yeah. These ingenious structures and gadgets never cease to amaze me. Check out the...
The orange then you don't know it.
These handle grooves.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be seeing here.
Okay, thank you. Bro, I don't be leaving. Now what? Thank you. Teka lang. Saan ako pupunta?
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
I wonder if something happened.
How about you go in? Okay. Man. Ho ho. What? What? Ho ho. Ho ho.
That's an unusual bird.
It's an owl. They're often used as a symbol to represent ancient Dana.
All right, everyone. It's time. Remember, eyes on the prize. We're after Balseph. Nothing else. Cut off the head, and the snake perishes. Hit them head on, however. And we won't make it through the castle gates, let alone reach Balseph himself. Luckily, we have an ace up our sleeve. We need to do everything in our power to make sure that ace reaches Balseph's jugular. To that end, I'll be splitting us up into separate forces.
You just said all of us hitting them head on would be useless. Why would we divide ourselves up?
Because we're the decoys. We'll buy our ace in the hole the time they need to get in. We only need to cause enough of a ruckus around the castle to distract the enemy. That said, we need to look like the real deal, which is why I'll be tagging along too.
You too, Zephyr? So, who's going to take on Balseph?
The Iron Mask. I'm counting on you and Shion to make your way to wherever Balseph's hiding. Once there, you drive that flaming sword right through him.
Okay.
You aren't seriously sending in just those two, are you? One of them's a Renin.
No one said the plan was perfect. By far, the biggest danger is the one you two will be facing. The fate of this quest rests entirely in your hands, which is why you get the final say.
Okay.
You want out? Now's the time to say so.
And if we say no?
Then you say no. Just means we're back to square one, that's all.
And I go back to being a slave.
It's your life.
No, it isn't.
Ball's in your court, soldier. What do you say?
I want to fight.
But for what?
Yeah, boy.
What are you fighting for?
For my destiny.
To free the Danans from the yoke of their abusive oppressors. To no longer die at the whim of another. To break the shackles of our enslavers. To live and taste freedom!
To fight fate.
Now you're talking. I believe we have our ace in the hole, people.
Yeah, boy, they go.
Hold on to that belief, and we just might break through that wall yet. And what about you?
I was born ready. Now can we get this show on the road?
There's a gate on your right once you leave here. Go through it and ride the elevator you'll find. I'll send ahead a few friendly faces to keep watch on your way. If you get into any trouble, look to them for support. We all clear? Good. May this battle herald the end of the Renan's bloody 3-century reign. To your battle stations, everyone!
Okay, to my right.
I wonder if something happened.
Well, to my right. To my right, this. Wait, to my right.
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
To my right. Well. To my right. This is my right. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna go this way.
Balseph's castle should be just above us.
All right. And let's use that elevator thing. Zephyr and the Crimson Crows are supposed to be distracting the Renans from the front.
Then let's go around and sneak in elsewhere.
That's Zephyr from the Crimson Crows! Still up!
I hope he's gonna be okay. Hey.
Is now really the time to be worrying about him? We've still got a job to do.
Gates of fire sure look intimidating once you see them up close. We can't say this place is truly liberated until we do something about them.
What are you muttering about? Stay focused. We still have to take down Balseph. We should be getting close to the service entrance.
Good. Let's get in there and kick their asses.
Lock.
Is this someone's idea of a bridge?
Looks like it. Don't follow her. This will be a pretty short story. It's already started. We need to hurry.
Hold on. You should take the blazing sword.
Are you sure?
Yeah. We don't know what might happen up ahead. It's better to have it and be ready than to be caught in a fight without it.
Flames.
I took the liberty of cutting the flow of energy from the Master Core. I may be giving you the sword, but you still need me to unleash its power. Try not to forget that.
Where the hell is Balseph? If we don't hurry up and find him...
You're too close. Try to stay farther apart.
Oh, right. Sorry about that. Was I really that close?
I guess I'm just not used to standing right next to people.
You mean because of your thorns? You're a surprisingly nice person.
What?
You don't think so? I mean, you just made sure your thorns wouldn't...
You can keep your opinions to yourself. You don't know the first thing about me.
I'm not saying I know everything about you. Sheesh. No need to bite my head off.
You just can't take a hint, can you?
What? I'm sorry. You're right. I don't know what sorts of hardships you've been through. After all, what could I possibly know about pain?
I know you didn't mean anything bad by what you said. The throne room is up on the next floor. That's probably where we'll find Balseph. Just a minute.
What are you?
Time to see what this blazing sword can truly do!
Swallow Blade!
Mega Ray!
Swallow Blade! Infernal Torrent!
It's over!
Swallow Blade! Infernal Torrent! Here I come! You're finished!
Mega
Demon
Ray!
Fang! Swallow Blade! Infernal Torrent! Take this!
This one's mine!
You picked the wrong fight!
It's
over! Slash!
Do it!
Try this!
I never miss!
Ignite! Here I come!
Go! I'm only getting... This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Amazing!
Hey!
Got it.
Barely a blip on our radar.
Wow.
Sure.
We can cross through now.
Good. We're pressed for time.
Gotta break through!
Now you'll learn!
It's over! Slash! Try this! Infernal Torrent!
You're mine!
You're finished! Slash!
Here's a healing
Demon
art!
Fang!
First aid!
Too much!
Take it! I'm only getting started! If it's in the sky, it's mine! Where are you going?
Try harder!
Here, let me help!
You're
First
mine!
Swallow Blade! Try this!
Excited!
Infernal Torrent! Swallow
Ray!
Blade! This one's all
Here,
mine!
let me help! First aid!
You're finished!
Mega Ray!
Damn it, Bennett!
Here, let me help! First aid!
Die!
Mega
Swallow
Ray!
Blade!
Here's a healing art!
Go to hell!
First aid! I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss!
Die!
I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss! Bring you
Not
back
done
from-
yet.
Go to hell! Take that!
I'm not done!
Here, let me help!
Swallow Blade!
First aid!
Slash!
Die!
Infernal Torrent! You're mine!
Die!
Here's a... I'm ready!
Take this! You're finished!
Where are you going?
You're mine!
A hard-won victory.
You're finished!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Hey,
What?
if there's something you want to say, just come out and say it.
Huh?
I hate when I feel like people are laughing at me on the inside. Especially someone like you where I can't read your expression.
What? Why would I laugh at you? What are you talking about?
My outfit. As soon as you saw me in those ruins, you wanted to say something, didn't you?
Oh, it's not that. It's just...
Just what?
nothing.
You're a truly awful person. You know that?
You're
An
beautiful.
awful... Hey, you're the one jumping to conclusions about what I think. You're not one to talk.
Then prove me wrong and tell me what you were really thinking.
It wasn't anything mean about you, I promise.
I don't believe that for a second.
And it doesn't matter what the hell I tell you. You'll always doubt me. I still can't believe this is happening. We're really about to face off against a Renin Lord.
Well, you're in pretty high spirits for a guy going into a life and death battle.
I'm not saying I'm not worried. But you have to remember, this is the first time any of us Danins have really had any hope. What about you? You scared at all?
I don't have time to be scared. This is only the first step in a long, long plan of mine.
You want to take down all
And
5
what
lords, right?
is that?
It's hard to believe it'll ever happen.
Huh?
But it will.
Tell
know.
me,
I
Shion.
haven't forgotten our deal.
See that you don't. That said, if we lose, we might suffer a fate worse than death, you know.
That's probably true. But instead of worrying about it, wouldn't it be a better use of our time to figure out ways to avoid that and not lose?
I suppose.
Whatever happens, I'll put everything I have into winning. You can count on that.
Hell yeah. No, what?
still some soldiers inside the castle.
It's still less than it would usually be. The diversion must be working.
Out of our way!
Now you'll learn!
Only getting started!
Demon Fang!
There! Got you! Mega Ray! Here, let me help!
You're mine!
First aid!
Die!
It's over!
I'm not done! Hollow Blade!
Here I go! It's over! Mega Ray!
Swallow
Damn it!
Here, let me help! First
I
aid!
owe you one. Slash!
I'm only getting started!
Infernal Turret! You're mine!
I'm only getting started!
You're finished! Slash!
Excited! This one's
It's so hot. I can definitely believe they're harvesting fire astral energy out here. Having second thoughts?
No, I was just thinking about the blazing sword. Whenever I hold it, I feel wrong somehow.
Is relying on a sword from a Renin Master Core that repulsive?
It's not about that. It's just... It's hard to explain. It's like the sword is almost too strong.
I don't know what's got you so worried, but in case you forgot, that sword is the only reason we have a fighting chance against a lord.
I know. You don't need to keep telling me.
Well, good. That said, the longer you use it, the more you get burned by it, too. We need to remember to patch you up quickly when that happens. A double-edged sword in every sense. Since you can't feel pain, you'll need to be careful, okay?
Are you actually worried about me?
Is that a problem? Look, I need you if I'm going to take out the lords, and I can't have you dying on me before that happens. That's my only concern. That equipment should come in handy.
Gotta break through! Swallow Blade!
got you!
Take this! You're finished! Demon Fang!
There! One
Here I
more!
come!
Mega Ray!
No escape!
I'm only getting started!
Got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! Infernal Turret!
There! Got you!
I've used a bit too much healing.
What's going on over there?
Are those armed soldiers ganging up on a kid?
They're attacking him! We have to save him!
You will kneel before our Lord!
We'll see about that!
Infernal Turret!
First
You're
aid!
finished!
Take it!
You're
One
mine!
more! I never miss!
It's over! Burn!
Damn it, Medic!
Here I come!
I'm
It's
only
over!
getting started!
Rise
Do
and
it!
Wyvern! You're out! Shield!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
you okay? What were you even doing here?
Working, most likely. Danan's slaves that can't handle manual labor outdoors are put to work in the castles as servants. I'm surprised you didn't know.
The soldiers got really mad all of a sudden and everyone ran away. I was the only one that got caught.
And it's good that we found you, but it's still not safe here. You need to get out of here before any more soldiers find you. Understand?
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for saving me. Oh, here! You can have this!
Don't touch me.
What?
I'm sorry. I only wanted to...
It's not your fault, kid. Don't sweat it. Can I take it instead?
Sure! It's the key to the elevator here. Will it help you guys at all?
Definitely. Thanks, kid. Now get going. And be careful on your way out.
Goodbye. Be careful.
So, not too happy about a slave touching you, huh?
This isn't the time. We should keep moving. I've used a bit too much healing.
This place looks damn near the same on the outside as it does on the inside. Nothing but fire and rocks. I figured a Renin castle would at least be a little more elegant. Instead, it seems this one was very dedicated to a theme.
Is that your idea of a joke? Don't lump the rest of us in with someone like Balseph.
Then why's his place look so grungy?
I guess you could say that's just the majority of what he's into. He likes fire and he likes rocks. He's an egotistical brute without a single shred of class. He even makes everyone call him by his stupid nickname, the Wild Beast. I feel sorry for everyone who's stuck having to work beneath him.
Huh. Interesting.
Why?
I used to think all Renins were like him. Terrible people obsessed with their own superiority, who are only out to make us miserable. But now, listening to you talk makes me realize that maybe there are some good ones too. Maybe there are a few of you that are different.
Listen, I don't know what kind of Renin you think I am, but I have no intention of getting friendly with you. We clear?
Crystal, believe me, I wasn't about to suggest we go hang out and have a drink after this, that's for sure. What the hell is that thing?
A spirit vessel. It's what the Renins used. I won't forgive you!
I'm only getting started. Searing flame! Reload! Take it! It's over! Searing flame! Reload! I'm out of ammo! Back into the flame! Reload!
I'm pretty worn out.
Want to rest up for a bit?
So was aware.
No choice.
Now you'll learn!
It's over!
Excited! I'm
Try harder! Is this it?
Mega ray! Searing flame! Reload!
I owe you one. Demon Fang! Here I come! Swallow Blade!
I knew you thought
Swallow blade!
A new lease on life. Weapons weak. Primed and ready.
Take this! It's over!
A new lease on life.
Can't move!
Reload! Searing flame!
Okay.
Reload! I'm out of ammo. I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss. I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss. Reset! Ready to go.
Swallow blade!
Watch and see.
It's
Who
over!
wants to die next?
You're mine! Swallow blade!
Here I go.
I can feel my power growing!
Guess this thing needs a different key to activate.
An opponent like this should be easy. I'm not done!
I'm only getting started. I never miss.
Here I come!
Searing flame.
Swallow
Reload!
blade! Try this!
Searing
Infernal
flame.
torrent!
Reload! I'm out of ammo.
Got fires!
I've got this. Let him mark
Demon
me.
flame! All yours!
I need to be stronger.
I need healing. I need items. Can you give me an item, please?
Now you'll learn!
Demon Fang!
Reload!
Rising Wyvern!
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Swallow Blade!
Back into
Try
the
it! I won't show you any mercy!
Where are you
Got
going?
fear damage, Bennett!
Burn in hell!
Damn it!
You're mine!
Reload!
on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds. I'd steer clear of that Zoogle if I were you.
Damn. That weak, huh? About that elevator.
Yeah, I bet that garish-looking key will come in handy for it.
Out of our way!
You're mine! Now you'll learn!
Demon Fang! Rely on myself.
Slash!
Searing Flame!
Demon Fang!
Searing Flame!
They really don't give up, do they?
You got the damage, baby!
Here I come! It's over! Demon Fang!
Go let
Here,
Demon Fang!
Mega Ray!
Here I come!
Searing Flame! Reload!
Try this! Infernal Torrent!
I've used a bit too much healing.
What are those things I sometimes see you chuck out in the middle of fights?
What? You mean my bombs?
Bombs? As in the things people use to clear out rocks? But I could have sworn I saw something other than fire burst from some of yours.
That's because these aren't ordinary bombs. They're specially made ones filled with astral energy.
Okay. And why do you shoot the bombs after you release them?
It's a part of my strategy. The effects of my bombs change when I fire bullets of a different astral element at them. It makes it difficult for enemies to predict what effect they'll have, or when they'll go off.
One moment you're using powerful bombs, the next you're using powerful healing arts. They're kinda on the opposite ends of the spectrum, aren't they?
Think of it this way. If you ever get caught up in the blast of one of my bombs and you manage not to die, I'll be able to heal you using my arts.
I'll do my best to not die, then. This area seems different.
We're getting close. Balseph should be right up ahead.
That's what I figured. Time to introduce ourselves.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Don't move, Balseph!
So the vermin scum you call kin stirred up enough trouble for you two rats to make it all the way to me, huh? What a pain in the ass. Although, It was pretty impressive of you to deliver it straight into my hands. The Master Core.
You really think we're here to hand it over?
Why, of course not. You see, I'll be taking it back no matter what you say. In any case, this is the end for you. You won't be getting out of here alive.
Why? I'll beat you.
The two of you are fools for coming here. Now die! A common thief believes she can usurp me? Don't make me laugh!
You can keep your accursed crown!
We're here to overthrow you and free the dance.
Spare me your weeping, slave! Yeah!
Here's the healing art!
Here I come!
First aid! Mega ray! Searing flame! Reload!
Demon Fang!
He's like a brick wall.
But he's wide open when he's in the air. I'll shoot him out of the sky.
Make sure you don't miss.
Reload!
Burn in hell!
First let the marks enhance
Demon
this.
Fang! Demon Fang!
Watch and sweep!
I'm not done! Now!
Think again! Mega ray! Just give it up, Balseph! Searing flame! Reload!
Infernal Torrent!
Searing
It's
flame!
over!
Reload! I'm out! Watch and
Here I
sweep.
come! Swallow Blade!
Here, let me help!
Infernal Torrent!
First aid! There!
Take this!
Mega ray!
Damn slave!
Here's a healing art!
It's too much.
First aid!
You're mine! Slack!
You wretches won't beat me!
Infernal Torrent!
Here's a healing art!
Slack!
First
Swallow Blade!
Yeah!
One more!
Stupid
Mega
insect!
ray! Here, let me help!
You're mine!
First
Slack!
aid!
Swallow Blade!
Stop trying to resist!
Searing flame! Reload!
Take this!
Here, let me help! First aid!
I'm not done!
Mega ray! I'm all stuffed up! Mega ray!
Here I come! Slack!
I never miss!
Not today! Swallow Blade!
Sighted! I'm only getting
Slack!
started!
Demon Fang!
Searing flame! Reload!
Swallow Blade!
Oh my god!
Here I go!
It's you and me!
Go! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
In there.
Alphen! 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 Iron Mask! Balseph's escaping! Come on!
Okay, go! Good morning, guys, good morning.
Running from a slave, Balseph? Know your place, insolent boy. Up here, I've got more than enough space to crush you. This time your mask won't be the only thing that counts.
That is enough!
What the hell is that?
In there.
It's manifested astral energy. Not only that, it's alive!
Astral energy? From the spirit vessel? But wait, that was harvested for me! And that energy is supposed to be mine! It was the two of you! I knew it all along! And you'll pay! Meddling slaves! Look what you did!
Without your spirit vessel or your master core, you're nothing.
Shion, watch out!
Infernal turret! You're mine!
Mega Ray!
That thing's huge!
Don't let it trap you in its flames. Here's a healing
Infernal turret!
First aid!
Strike!
Here I go. I'm only getting started. I'm all stopped up. That monster's attacking. Look out! This one's mine. Here's a healing arc. First aid!
Out of my way!
You're mine! You're fit!
Go! Mega
Take
Ray!
it!
I never miss!
You're mine!
Here's a healing arc. First
It's
aid!
over! This time!
Steering
Infernal
flame!
turret!
Reload!
Here I
Here's a
come!
healing arc.
You're finished! Any more of this and I'll burn out!
You're mine!
Sighted. I'm only getting steering flame! Reload! I'm out! Here, let me help.
That fire monster's getting ready to attack!
Infernal turret!
Try harder!
Mega Ray! Steering flame! Reload!
You wretches won't beat me!
Mega Ray! Wasn't weak. That fire monster's causing us a lot of trouble.
Let me take a crack at it!
Slot, here I go. Ready?
Here it comes!
Down you go!
You really don't mess around.
Now, while he's down! Swallow blade!
Steering flame!
Try
Reload!
this! Infernal turret!
Steering flame! Reload! I'm out. Wasn't weak.
You're mine! Demon
You're
Fang!
in trouble now!
Mega Ray!
You...
This one's
Now
mine.
what?
Watch out! We need to stop him!
Swallow blade! Burn!
Where are you going?
Swallow blade! It's over!
Steering flame! Reload! There! How's this? Steering flame! Reload! I'm out of
You're
ammo!
finished!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
But why? Do you not possess the blood of a Renin? Why then would you turn against your own kind? It's always been the way of the Renin for the strongest to survive! And yet, you have allied yourself with a filthy Danon! You traitor! Tell me why? Why bring ruin and devastation to your own kind?
Cause you're weak.
Snakes like you should die!
A monster made up of astral energy? How do we even...
If the sword is made of astral energy as well, maybe... down the wall.
Iron Mask, your face is exposed.
No. I remember it now. My name.
Alphen.
Alphen. My name is... Alphen!
Yeah, boy.
You are the place, my only home. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall repeat over and over again. Oh, I'm badly breathing and breathing to the ground. But each and every time we all stand up. Stop like to yourself and be true to yourself, and that might be we both can exceed destiny. So let's jam it out. You must feel love, but not like by your side. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall, repeat over and over again. Keep the flame alive. I want to feel your hair right now. You are the place, my only home. I know, I know, I know. Yeah, we can one day whisper like flowers in the sky. No matter where I'm by your side. I know, I know, I know. You and I, let's fly the soul.
Into yonder.
Can't feel my heartbeat, so take my hand to new tomorrow. The crowd back and let it be. You give me strength and give me play. To dark the darkness, let's fall yeah, love in love. Sparks just like Hibana. Light up like Hibana.
Alphen. Yeah, boy.
Flames. I see. Flames. My name is Alphen. Where am I? What happened? The rage surging within me, fueling the sword. Where did it come from? This twisting fear that clings to me, holding me in check. The melancholic voice calling out to me. Who am I? Who was I?
Alphen. Da.
This is...
Wakey, wakey, sunshine. About time, too.
A week? You mean that whole time I was...
A cold? Yeah. Just as well, too. When you blacked out, you were on your way to becoming a pile of ash. Shion's the reason you're still here.
Shion, you healed me?
In case you'd forgotten, we've still got 4 lords to defeat. You dying would have only slowed things down.
What about Balseph's troops?
We've got them on the ropes. While you've been getting your beauty sleep, most of the remaining Renans have either surrendered or fled. You slaying Balseph was the catalyst we'd been waiting for. Thanks to you, Galagli is finally free. You have my gratitude. We couldn't have done it without you.
I just did what anyone would have done.
Iron Man... Forgive me. Alphen. It's good to finally see who I'm speaking to. Half of him, anyway. So, feel like telling us who you used to be?
I I wish I could.
Memory's still giving you grief, eh? I see. Still, no sense in beating yourself up. You've remembered your name. The rest will come in time.
So, what happens now?
No, just everything. The realm may be liberated, but we're still destitute. You name it, anything and everything starts from scratch. But enough of that. You've just woken up. You should get a sense of the scale of what you've accomplished. Head over to the Gates of Fire and take a look at the view. It's a sight too many Danans died only ever seeing in their dreams.
The Gates of Fire.
I'll be your chaperone. Last thing we need is you tripping on a pebble and missing another week.
Remind me to laugh next time.
Oh. That's it. Alright, let's see guys. On the next. Let's see guys on the next.
You see anybody around here? Who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
Yes! Nice. Sorry.
Time to get anywhere.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
So, I will see you guys on the next episode.